Hello everybody. Hi all. Great to be with you all again. So let's see. Next stream will be on Thursday, which will be the 29th of August at 3:30 p.m. UK time. So hi to Manji, hi to Julia, hi to Sergey. And what are we going to be doing today? We're going to be doing this multiple choice close about this article about the microbes in your guts, the microbes in your stomach. So let's see. Yes, I think. So we've just got Julia and Sergey at the moment, but I'm sure any second now we'll have loads more people in. So let's start. Okay. So let me make this fit. Whoa, that's really long, isn't it? And Rose Asso and Zoya, great to have you. Okay, your sister's account. And hi to Nina as well. And good morning to Manisco. Let's see if that helps it fit. That looks better. Okay, that looks like better. Okay. And while the King's College analysis of fermented food in supermarkets found disagreements, inconsistencies, incompatibility, dissension in the nutritional content of different brands, researchers are hoping their work can help improve the content of commercially available fermented food. Okay, so disagreements. A disagreement is between two people. I guess the two numbers could disagree, or two analyses could disagree. Oksana, lovely to see you. And Zulia has gone for incompatibility. Inconsistencies for Julia and for Oksana. And hi there to Renyard as well. Hi Julia, lovely to see you. Okay, inconsistencies. It looks quite good to me. Incompatibility means two things don't join together, don't fit. They don't work well together. And dissension, to dissent is to complain. So it's inconsistencies. It means they find one value or they get one result with one brand and they get a different result with another brand. So well done. Well done, people. A long sentence to start. Inconsistencies for Rose Assel as well. Let's and here we go. For example, in the future, a better understanding of which microbes are present in different versions of fermented food could help producers of fermented food retain these bacteria when extending, expanding, scaling, escalating up production. So we've got scaling up for Zoya, we've got scaling for Nina, we've got scaling for Oksana, scaling for Sergey, and scaling for Julia as well. So this one looks quite easy. When scaling up for Renyard as well. Extending, I think extending normally just means to make longer, and certainly not without up. Or expanding production without up. Scaling up for Rose as well. Absolutely, when expanding production. When, I think you could even use escalating. up as well. Hi, Sveta. So scaling up. Okay, I like your question, Zuya. Let's make this capitals. I would always say, I wish I had asked her. I didn't ask her, and I wish I had asked her. I wish I asked her is either the American version of I wish I had asked her, but to me as a Brit, I wish I asked her questions on a regular basis, but I don't in the present. Whereas in American, I wish I asked her is the American version of I wish I had asked her. Yes, to escalate something. The combatants have escalated the war. You can definitely escalate something. To escalate production without the up. Yeah, if there was no up, expanding or escalating production, very definitely. I'm going to escalate the process. So, continue. This has been a problem in the past, Cotter says. Scaling up. People make fermented food at home via a natural process, operation, action, handling. And there are typically lots of microorganisms present. Okay, so via a natural, yes, this looks pretty good. So we've got process for Sergei and Oksana and Nina. Sergei for Julia and for Renyard and for Sveta as well. Okay, a natural operation. So process for Zuria as well. A natural operation. You see, operation to me sounds much more commercial. A natural action. An action is just doing something. And handling, firstly, is uncountable. So this A is a problem. But handling through a natural process, very definitely. Yeah, via a natural process. Yeah, they do it in a natural way. And continue. And natural, okay. Make food naturally. But okay, yes, it would sound strange and it wouldn't carry the same meaning, because you'd lose the word process, and this is talking about the way they are. The process says the way they're doing it. Naturally, it doesn't. We don't know how they're doing it. Handling. Handling is dealing with something. For example, you buy something in internet and they charge you for handling. So handling would be going to find the object in your storeroom, putting it in a package, wrapping it up, putting your address on it and sending it out. The handling of a situation. Okay, I wish I asked her means, let's see, I wish I lived in London, but I don't live in London. I wish I asked her, I wish I asked her more questions when I was every day. Asked here is a present. It's talking about something that's happening in the present, and it's going to be a present habit. But I don't ask her. I wish I lived, is the idea. Hi Polly, lovely to see you. So let's go for this one now. Let's see. I wish I wish I I wish I did this every day. Okay, I'm a bit behind here. And here we go. So, when produced on a larger scale, there's usually simplification, and they only use a few micrograms for quality supervision, control, regulation, management reasons, but they may lose some health benefits along the way. Okay, let's see. We've got Oksana says management and control. Julia goes for control. Nina goes for management. Sergey goes for management. Polly for management. Rose says for regulation. And Reynard says for control. Quality regulation. I think quality regulation would work as well. Manisko goes for regulation. Let's see. To me, this is a collocation, and I would say quality control. Zuya goes for quality control as well, and for me, this is the primary qualification. I think quality management, it sounds okay, and I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I think quality regulation also sounds okay. For quality supervision, it probably works as well. But for me, the phrase that goes together is quality control. So a collocation are two words that normally go together. So, thank you very much. This is a collocation. A London bus. This is a collocation. A grammar lesson. Okay, it could be the American version of it. To me, it's quality control. Hi, Patricia. Lovely to see you. I wonder if there are QC departments in big companies. Very definitely. Quality management, it could well be. It's quality control, P says for sure. To me, quality control is the natural one. But you see, maybe quality management is the Americanism for it. Okay, and let's continue. Are there any problems, downsides, defects, faults, liabilities to eating fermented foods? Julia goes for quality control. Heavy traffic. Yes. Strong tea. Milky coffee. Collocations. Oh, this is lovely. Are there any problems, downsides, defects, faults, liabilities to eating fermented food? So, we've got downsides for Oksana, for Nina, for Zuya. We've got downsides for Julia and Sergey and Sveta, and downsides for Rose. The point is this preposition to. Here, control means management, but on a very high level. I love it. In IT companies, they have quality assessment departments. That's very good, because I think also in IT, it's more difficult to decide what is good and bad quality. Okay, so very definitely. Downsides for Patricia as well. So downsides too. Are there any problems with eating? Are there any defects? But that doesn't work. Any faults? No. Any liabilities? This is talking about money. Quality assurance. Quality assurance. Okay, yes, Sergey, very definitely. Quality assurance. Downsides for Reynard. Okay, so downside too. Are there any downsides to bad things associated with? Okay, some fermented foods also contain amines, which occur when amino acids are broken down by definite, determined, distinct, certain bacteria. Okay, this looks good. So, when they're broken down by definite bacteria, determined bacteria, this is not an asset, this is a liability. Yes, or even this member of the team is a liability. Good, Renyard. The story about the dog is really true. Unfortunately, yes. So certain for Sergei and certain for Oksana, certain for Sveta and Julia and Zuya, certain for Rose and certain for Renyard and Patricia, certainly certain for Polly. It's lovely to have you with us, Polly. Okay, by certain, yes, very definitely. Certain bacteria. I think if the bacteria determined, deja vu, or was it asked before? Not recently, at least, Zoria. Determined bacteria. Now, if they're determined, they really want to do it. They're not going to give up. By definite. No, by distinct. Distinct means different. No, certain specific bacteria. And people who are sensible, delicate, sensitive, tender, touchy to histamine, along with other amines, may experience headaches as a result of eating fermented foods high in these byproducts. Okay, this looks very good. So, sensible to, delicate to, sensitive to, tender to, touchy to. Maybe it's the Eiffel Tower, Patricia, or maybe it's the George Washington Monument. And the joke in Washington is, where is the Martha Washington Memorial and what does it look like? Okay, intolerant to I quite like from Nina. So, sensitive to from Oksana, sensitive from Sergei and Zuya, sensitive to from Sveta and Julia and Renyard, sensitive to from Nina, intolerant to, sensitive to from Patricia, sensitive for Manisco and Rose as well. Sensible is using your common sense, using your brain, using your 3 fingers or maybe 4 fingers of... Okay, I'll do it again, Renyard. So, Patricia said that the Eiffel Tower was the biggest willy in the world. So I said, well, maybe it's not. Maybe the George Washington Memorial is the biggest willy in the world. But the question is, where is the Martha Washington Memorial, his wife, and what does it look like? So, I hoped you come. No, you can't, Zuya. I hoped you would come. I hoped you would come. Okay. I hope you come, yes, but I hoped you would come. So, sensible common sense, delicate to, no, sensitive to, yes, intolerant. If you're sensitive, you react a lot. Tender, meat is tender. Or love me tender. Touchy. Touchy is talking about emotionally sensitive. So, sensitive. We can say, I hope you come. Yes. Hair. Okay. I wish you would come. I wish you could come. I hoped you come. No, I hoped you would come. I hoped you had come. Okay. And the next one is another collocation. So some mass, bulk, volume, major produced fermented products such as ready-made kombucha, soft drinks and tea can also be high in sugar. So notice Ruya, this is a collocation. I think there is a second answer as well. So we got mass from Oksana and Sergei and Julia. We've got bulk from Sveta, mass from Polly, mass from Renyard, mass from Nina and mass from Manisko. On a mass scale. Something that is either made by hand or it is mass produced. I don't think you can use any well, okay, I think bulk produced would also work, as Sveta says, bulk produced products, but mass produced, mass production is a much more common collocation. It's a collocation, mass produced. We can say I hoped to go, but I didn't go. I hoped I would go, but I didn't go. And therefore, it doesn't work. Bulk production. Thank you, Oksana. Yeah? Let's see. I hoped you would come, but I hoped and it didn't happen. If I say I hoped, it's something that didn't happen, and I think that's the point. Okay, let's try the next one. Collocations are really important because they make you sound like a native. Yeah, they're the words that or the choices that natives make. Hello Rishi, lovely to see you. And although the probiotic bacteria in fermented foods can prevent the growth of harmful microbes, there is still a risk of food intoxication, poisoning, corruption, infection from bacteria in unpasteurized foods. Okay, so poisoning for Sergei, poisoning for Julia. From a boulevard nearby. So you are in northeast. Yeah, you're in. Well, you're in. Perhaps probably in eastern Paris, or is it western? I don't think where it is. Okay. Renyard, intoxication talks about being drunk. Yeah, intoxicated, drunk. In many languages, intoxicated talks about poisoning, but not in English. If you're intoxicated, you are drunk as a skunk. So no, and that's why the intoxication. Poisoning for Sergei and Julia. Poisoning for Rishi. Poisoning for Zoraya. Unpasteurized. Intoxication, inebriated, yes. Unpasteurized. I'm a big fan of cheese made from unpasteurized milk. So it's food poisoning. Corruption, no. Infection, the food is not infected. An infection is talking about disease. So let's go for the next one. Contaminated kimchi, for example, was related, united, combined, involved, associated with two large escalating Escherichia coli, E. coli outbreaks in South Korea during 2013 and 2014. Because reishi, there is a lot of taste in the bacteria that are killed when you pasteurize food. Why does fresh milk taste better than pasteurized milk? That's why reishi, because there's a lot of flavor in it. A lot of the tastes come from bacteria that are killed by pasteurization. So Zuya says associated. Oksana says associated. Here, from quite a few spots. Yes, you can. Associated from Renyard. Associated from Sergey. Associated by Sveta and Rishi. Associated from Julia. Okay, it's all yours, is it, P? Associated for Manisco, associated for Patricia. Related to. United, not really, doesn't work. Combined with, but not in this case. Unpasteurized beer, definitely. Involve or yes, that's called Renyard, real ale. Real ale is where the bacteria is still a lot, or the microbes are still alive. Involved with, no, associated with, very definitely. I think if it's involved with, I think there are various people working in this. Hi Farham, great to have you. And let's try the next one. So, which fermented food should you be eating? There's very little research looking at which specific fermented foods might be the fittest, robustest, healthiest, most lucrative. Here. You see, Rishi, this is what this article is saying. It's saying that some of these bacteria are, yes, they're not good for you, but interacting with these bacteria makes you stronger, makes you ready to deal with various different things. It's hurt. She doesn't want anyone to hurt it. Okay, so which specific foods might be the fittest Okay, we've got healthiest for Oksana, healthiest for Patricia, healthiest for Julia, healthiest for Sergey. Healthiest food. Yeah, healthy food is a collocation. Very definitely. The healthiest for Manisco. Healthiest for Rishi. So, I wish things were different. I wish things were different now. I want the present situation to be different. I wish things were different. That were is a present subjunctive, is an imperfect subjunctive talking about the present. I wish it had been different in the past. I wish the past had been different. So were is talking about the present being different, and had been is talking about the past being different. So fittest is talking about exercise. Robust is talking about strong. Lucrative is talking about profitable. And here we're talking about health. So the healthiest. Even be used as ammunition. What's the word for a sort of kind of way of picking on someone? Making fun but not crossing the line. Woof. teasing. I think the word you're looking for is to tease, Oksana. So you talk about the present. I wish things were different now, but when about the past, you must use the past tense. I wish things had been different, or I wish things had been different then. To tease, yes. Okay, let's try the next one then. And striptease. This is because each fermented food has a different bacterial image, profile, outline, feature, depending on exactly how it was made. Banter. Banter's more conversation. Yeah, you are teasing each other in banter. And as Julia says, smash the like button. Profile for Oksana, profile for Sergey. "13 years old," yeah. Yeah, I've got some really old videos. Profile for Rishi, profile for Renyard. Profile for Julia. Okay, the profile is good. The profile is supposedly the amounts of different bacteria. The image is a picture, it's not an image. Profile for JP. The outline is the bit round the outside. Feature, no. So profile is talking about what bacteria it has and in what amounts. You could have a profile of a country where you could talk about its the way it makes money, the amount of money people earn, what people do, the languages people speak. Bacterial content. I would say bacterial content as a noun collocation without the S. Oksana. Hello, Sam from Morocco, I believe. So a different bacterial profile. Okay, let's try this one. Yeah, that's it. Because it's I would say it's a noun collocation. 1, 2. It happens to me too as well, P. Probiotics and prebiotics are specific microbes that can be studied in clinical trials, cases, proofs, runs, but we don't know which microbes are in any one specific fermented food, Vinderola says. So, trials for Sergey, trials for Oksana. Feature for the previous one. Profile, Patricia. Trials for Zuria. Trials for Renya. Trials for Julia. Trials for Sveta. Clinical trials. That's it. That's the collocation. Trials for JP. Trials for Rishi. This is a collocation. Trials for Polly. Clinical trials. Trials for Nina as well. Clinical trials. Clinical trials for Nina. Clinical cases, I guess these are specific people. Clinical runs, no. Clinical trials, trial and error mentioned is a good collocation, but notice, Sergey, clinical trials is a good collocation as well. Clinical proof is in, no. Clinical run, no. Clinical experiments, clinical trials. They're doing experiments, very definitely. Clinical trials. Okay, ladies and gents, I think I'm going to stop there. So let's put this. And next stream will be on Thursday. My pleasure, Sergey, which is going to be the 29th of August at 3:30 p.m. UK time. So great to have you, Julia. Thanks for coming. A case is a study, as in a case study. Thank you. The dopamine surge. I love it, Oksana. That's great. So thank you all. It's been great having you. You know, a wonderful group as always. Thank you to JP and Julia and Manisco. Thank you to Nina and Oksana and Patricia and Polly. Thank you to Renyard and Rishi and Sam. Thank you to Sveta and Zoya, and thank you to Sergey as well. It's been great. It's been great having you. Thanks. To me, the Sergey, my pleasure, or thank you too. You see, Sergey, I would go thank you too. I'm not a big fan of you are welcome. It sounds very insincere. It's been a great session. So thank you very much, sir. So notice, Sergey. Notice what Manisco's done. Thank you very much as well. Thank you. Thank you is a good answer to thank you. Same here, says Sam. So lovely to see you all. Take care of all of you, and I will see you all on Thursday, inshallah. Take care.